We are going to have these 3v3 once again. The elite finals for the championship here is going to be Alec, Bloodshot, and Smoky Bones, as we called. And Mr. Felon, Capital, and Orso are going to be the three for the X-Men. We're lining it up. It's the best of 7, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday night here on the RSC, and we've got our first game of the best of 7. 2 best of 7 championships tonight. Going to be rocking and rolling here to start on the diagonal. Orso to carry. Looking for early pressure here. We're going to see how both these teams start to kind of fall into rhythm here. Bloodshot actually just kind of waits for that to go by, which is kind of an interesting move. It's going to be Smoky now, trying to cut that back down underneath. Look at how safe Alec is playing. But the shot comes in early. Capital ain't wasted time. It's 1-0.
Oh, this is a phenomenal play. Here comes Capital. He gets the dunk. He's into the Jeep. Gets that one off the back wall. Nothing that Alec can do about it. And Bax, we're seeing it right away. The offensive attack from the X-Men on full display. 13 seconds in, we've got our first goal of the night.
Alec didn't even have a chance to make a play on that one. Gonna try to make a play here. Goes right by the ball. So it's actually a pretty slow start. Gets a demo, but nobody's able to actually follow this up just yet. Alec to take it on himself. Cuts over one. Can't quite get the second touch there. Mr. Felon out to Capital. Capital looking for number 2 off the right side. The touch there. Almost there. Mr. Felon reads it off the backboard. Right now the offense, as you would expect from the stat line, is coming up all X-Men. And the Fury are going to have to come up with a way to get this ball clear.
Yeah, they're going to need this clear right here. Smoky Bones trying finally to gain some control. Alec's not going to be there. Smoky on the attack. A great demo by Alec on the front line. Smoky Bone with the dish. Bloodshot is there, and he cannot make the shot. Capital's going to take over in transition back towards midfield. Chasing this one into the corner, and team is going to vie for possession here for a second. Mr. Felon going off the backboard. Smoky Bones is right there. Jumping it down to the corner. Our first minute of this game back is down, and X-Men are up 1-0 here in game 1.
Right now, Fury just looks like struggling on communication when they're trying to come back on the defensive rotation. It looks like 2 players are going towards same side. They're doing that same ball side rotation, and it looks like it's just a little bit unconstrued. They just need to kind of get things together, take a break, and just kind of focus up. 3:30 on the clock here in game number 1. Smoky Bones going to go right by the ball here. 1-goal lead. Capital off a really early goal. They're going up on the ceiling. They're looking for another touch. They get the block, but it's not going to be enough to get back on target. And you got to see that right now the X-Men definitely looking to be feeling themselves, and Capital especially wants to be scoring some goals. And they actually are the ones, surprisingly enough, who has the lowest amount of games played for the starting roster. They're out here showing maybe why they want to be a starter going forward.
Oh, yeah, Capital definitely putting up some numbers right now. He got that goal right away to start things off for the X-Men. A good lineup decision, at least at first glance so far. Bloodshot takes this one down at midfield or so. Gonna play defense here. Doink that one over the top of the net off his own backboard. A very smart play to keep control of this one. Now he's going for the ground to air dribble, looking for a pinch off the back wall. Not gonna get it. Mr. Felon is there, and he's gonna get dunked right at the goal line as we approach halftime. Capital the shot, and the goal for Capital. He's 2 for 3 on the evening, 366 points. We're just in front of halftime, and now the X-Men are up 2-0 in game 1.
It's just a quick touch from Mr. Felon. Like, Mr. Felon didn't give any chance for the near post defender to come out and get contact on the wall. They went up for that contact. Mr. Felon's already off the wall. And as we've already seen with the way Capital is going to be playing this, they're going to be playing hyper aggressive. Mr. Felon's actually going to have another opportunity. Right now, I think the ball has spent it's about 80-20 as far as possession. The ball cannot leave this Fury zone. And like we said, though, it is a best of 7. It's only 2 goals right now in game number 1 of the series. So nothing to really be too concerned about. Certainly an opportunity here. Bloodshot cannot quite get the touch, and what a setup it was going the other direction. A little bit of a miscue on the contact. Those are the kind of touches at this championship game level for this tier. They're going to have to be getting, they're going to have to be making some contact, definitely here. This actually might be an opportunity to come down towards the center. They're going to go over the top, but no. Capital, actually, offense and defense so far. 2 minutes to go in game number 1.
Yeah, still plenty of time left for Fury to make that adjustment, start putting some goals on the board. They just haven't quite been able to do it yet. The offensive attack, shockingly for the X-Men, has been led by Capital. He's been, to some extent, the sub during the course of the season, but right now is putting everything on display on stream. Alec looking to take control here. Capital's got to play some defense here. Makes a very good job in the corner. Smoky Bones cutting that off at midfield, dropping back down. Alec, we said before in the stream, Alec's got to be on if Fury want to get anything going, and so far in this first game has not quite been there. Still 1 minute and 20 seconds to score 2 goals. Plenty of time for them to make something happen, and here's an opportunity in transition. Smoky Bones going to dish this one to the far side, going to cut off. Alec looking to take over. It's going coming off the wall and back down around. Still 1 minute left to play. Capital seeking this one from the outside, and he completes the hat. 575 points. He's 3 for 4. Put a topper on top of that Jurassic Park Jeep. He's got a hat trick.
And the contribution he's given on the offensive end isn't really matched by either teammate right now, and they don't have to. Capital is finding every contact possible. We've seen Orso even get a flip reset like already. They're clearly confident on the offensive end, and as long as that ball's going to stay over there, I predict that's going to continue to happen. Even a little miscommunication there. You have two players from the same team there, Platshot and Alec going for the same ball, still at the same scoreline as well, or at least pretty close. Only 2 saves. The only stats for Fury in this championship game number 1 is 2 saves. Let's both go over to Alec, who's currently trying to make some offense happen. It's going to be Smokey. Actually, that's going to be another touch here. That's going to be Mr. Felon, able to control, tries to get that towards near post, not quite going to get there. Underneath, Orso the challenge, and Platt now has an opportunity off the wall. Low boost. What will be the decision? Up top, they're going to try to get one more. Not quite going to be there. Alec the shot. No. Mr. Felon out the challenge. Less than 30 seconds. Is there some momentum here for Fury to get into game number 2 of the best of 7? Orso trying to get another touch. And it looks like right now another shot's coming through. Capital down and off the bottom of the bar. And it will still be in the defensive zone for Blue here. 10 seconds to go. Alec Buck up into the air. It's going to be Orso another touch. Underneath, that's another attempt at a flip reset. And man, you got to think that right now Capital could get number 4 saved, but it goes in anyway. Capital takes 4 and game 1 to the X-Men.
You've got to say, this is Capital with a capital C, putting the absolute punctuation mark on game number 1 and showing why he deserves 100% to be in this lineup. Absolutely got the team on his back. All 4 goals for his team going to him, 735 points, 4 for 6, 3 assists to Mr. Fallon, and the Fury backs. They had no answer.
No answer at all. This is where we were talking about this. When we were talking to the stat line, we were saying, okay, maybe there's going to be some breakouts. Maybe you can look at an outlet pass up the wing. You can try to get something going and keep them honest. Right now, Capital, Mr. Felon, and Orso do not feel like they have to stay honest. They don't think that they have any requirement to actually be rotating out of the offensive end. And as a result, Fury is going to have to continue to play defense. So somehow Fury just has to get contact on the ball and get it out of the zone. They have to reset the zone more often. Only 1 save was required of the X-Men on 1 shot. The shot was from Alec, the save to Mr. Felon. And now, potentially, they know that that's the case. They know they played defense the entire time, but that defense isn't going to be enough. Clearly, X-Men are going to take enough shots to put him in. You got to answer. You got to get that ball to the other side.
Yeah, we said at the beginning of the broadcast back that if Fury wanted to make something happen, they were going to have to make their defense shine, and they were going to have to be able to get those offensive opportunities when they wanted. We knew coming out of the gate, X-Men were going to be the powerhouse. They were going to be the offensively minded team. They were going to put a lot of shots on target, and Fury just couldn't do anything about it. And like you said, the rotation's just a little bit shaky, not in those good positions, but it's only game number 1. Lots of stuff can still happen as this series continues to move on. We're going to see the same lineups. We're going to see Platshot, Smokey Bones, and Alec in for Fury. Orso, RL Capital, and Mr. Felon in for the X-Men. We'll bring it back to backs to begin game number 2 in the play-by-play.
And Capital just showing off the Jeep, getting the Jeep out here saying, hey, this is a contender. This Jeep can do stuff. Don't sleep on the Jeep. No Jeep sleep. We got to keep it fresh out here. Orso's actually go to the left side. No room to get another touch. And Platshot, that's actually great contact to at least put something on goal. Smokey, unfortunately, gets dunked, though, in mid. That's going to be a very dangerous challenge. But the ball does go up the wall. Now, Platt, underneath, on near post, another double commit in the defensive end. And look at that. Instantly, Mr. Felon on the ball, looking to challenge. Now, that actually gets by 2. Capital up the wall. And you can see it's just suffocating. There's no way. This rotation, this half-field rotation is so potent for the X-Men. Fury's got to keep these opportunities like this one. The ball goes up. Nobody's able to actually get a play on it. And the ball's right back in the defensive zone. Right now, the offense just doesn't seem to really be coming together at all. And that's just going to be Capital taking another one, making 5 in 2 games. It's another 1-0 lead for X-Men.
Capital so far, if this keeps up, making his case for finals MVP with his 5th goal. Then Bax, I think you said it best. Every single time there's a ball in the air, you see an X-Men player on top of it, and the Fury just don't have an answer yet for it. Lots of time to come back. Still 4 minutes left to go here in game number 2. X-Men up 1-0 in this game, also up 1-0 in this series.
Flatshot did want to go for that. Looks like a little miscommunication once again, not calling off their teammate who was actually in goal looking to come out and make a play. It's going to be Smokey with contact. We have seen a little bit of these aerial shots. Aerial hits go towards center, but like you said, the X-Men actually throw a car up on every single ball. There is a car in the air going across to challenge everything, to attack everything. Right now, Fury aren't showing that same kind of speed. They aren't looking like they have a sense of urgency to try to go for these, and as a result, they don't have any breathing room. So we can see Capital even going all the way back to try to get some touches here to get back onto the offensive side, and this is why they're doing so well. And Flatshot not even able to actually get the nice touch. It's going to waterfall down straight in front. Smokey does get a touch to save what could have been a goal, a second goal, and as long as they can keep it a one-goal game like this, as long as they can win some 50s and get out of the zone, maybe we actually have a counterattack opportunity to far post, going to be saved or so. And that will match the total amount of saves that we actually had in the other game. Look at the control here from Orso looking for the fake. It's a one-on-one with Platt, and they finally decide to take the jump and the strike. 3 minutes to go. We're still at a one game. One goal game.
That was a very big opportunity and some phenomenal defense coming out there from the Fury to not get faked out by Orso on that dribble upfield. They're looking in transition here to make something happen as Orso chases this one down into the corner again as we approach halftime. A 50 attempt here from Flatshot. Mr. Fallon's going to beat him to it. Alec finally able to clear that one away out of his own zone. Garden right in front of the net. It's in front of the box. Flatshot the shot and the goal. And finally, the Fury are on the board. Only had one shot in game number one. And finally, they find themselves with a goal here in game number two. It's all tied up at one apiece with 2.5 to go.
Just a little janitorial requirement. If the ball's going to be bouncing around out in front of the goal, maybe that's what we have to see from Fury a little bit more if they're going to want to get back in the series against the X-Men, who are just so potent offensively. Clearly, Fury have the capability to score a goal. That's their first goal between the two games. And now that they know that, that's going to provide a little bit more confidence. But they got to get the cars up there so they can actually get the hitboxes up, get some balls on target. Right now, it just doesn't seem to be happening all that much. And I don't know how many opportunities are just going to slide in front of the goal like that. But hey, we take those 1-1, definitely the scoreline your game two. That's going to be actually cross center. That's Capital with another opportunity. That's a rare miss given their form so far in this series. Alec, a great dunk, a second touch, not going to be there. There's a demo on the backside rotator here, and that's going to be another demo. Capital catching the frontside rotator from mid as they were going to be trying to replace the other. Is there going to be an opportunity to get a goal out of those demos? Capital just being a bruiser in that Jeep right now. Smokey Bones to take it out. Alex off the wall. Opportunity, no. But at least they're looking for it. It looks like there might be a little life in the Fury offense. Shot there. What a save! Mr. Fallon, but it goes in. Flatshot finishes 2-1 and Fury lead.
You know, as soon as that shot went off the crossbar for Smokey Bones, I thought for sure the Fury offensive attack was going to be done. But Flatshot, very heads-up play, turns right into the box, puts that one in on the rebound, and the Fury have their first lead of the series.
Shot near post. Back out. Mr. Fallon baited. This is a 2-on-1 opportunity right here. Platt shot to carry. Off the wall. Smokey Bones down on the bottom side. It's going to be up and over. Alec was actually going forward as well. Smokey Bones did actually feed out that assist, but will have to be back on the defensive end. Does get a nice touch out there. And now, once again, we are in a set here where we got to see Fury break out into the offensive end. It's going to be going towards neutral. That ball's actually going to bounce straight back down. Sure enough, Orso, there is an X-Men always there, ready to try to take some kind of offensive pressure. 1 minute now, Smokey Bones off the wall. There's going to be two blue cars actually playing a lot of defense here. And Mr. Fallon was actually looking. There's a demo. That's going to be Capital. Get it. 6-2. We're tied up. It's equalized. 1 minute in game two.
So, you know, at the beginning of the series, Bex, what I asked the chat was, who do you think is going to win this finals, the Fury or the X-Men? I don't know, understand why I didn't say who's going to win, the Fury or Capital. Still the only person who scored with a minute left in game number two, and the dude is absolutely popping off. Bringing his team right back into this one. 1 minute left to play as Orso looking for a save on the back wall. He does get it down in front and cleared away. 50 seconds to go. We're all tied up, Bax.
Going to be out to the right side here. Looks like a chase from Mr. Fallon on the defensive end. Much closer than game number one for sure. Look at all the hungry blue cars. 3 of them waiting. A pack of piranhas just out in center. Nothing going to be doing for it, though. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge here. Flatshot gets the 50. It's going to be up towards left side. Capital back on the defensive end. We'll get an easy save out to the side. Easy clear. Look at that rotation. Alec so early to get back to the defensive side instead of turning on that for the offense. Maybe still feeling a little bit disgruntled with the way the games have gone so far, but I think you got to be a little bit more aggressive given the circumstance. Smokey Bones going to try to take a shot. This is Alec now with boost. Double commit here from X-Men. Off to the left side. 10 seconds now. Is there going to be a hero goal here in the last moments before potential overtime? Back to center, it could be there. It's going to be back towards center. This is going to be difficult. Capital has done it. No, it's not going to get in. 2-2 overtime in game 2.
Oh, they had a great opportunity right towards the end of that game to score, and it could have been Capital again with another hat trick, a wide open net opportunity. That one is going to be turned away right at the goal line as we are just 10 seconds into this overtime. Game number 2 of this best of 7 series for the Elite Championship. We saw X-Men take game number 1. They came back into game number 2 just at the end as Capital's touch is going to go into his own corner. Mr. Fellon looking to take over here on offense, pushing this one upfield. Flat shot with the catch. The cross back towards midfield, getting his teammate Smokey Bones involved in the action, going up the side wall. Capital's going to rush that one, looking for a double tap, not going to get it. That shot is technically on target, but flat shot with a very easy save. Mr. Fellon keeping it alive, back into the box. Flat shot is there, looking for a touch, can't get it. Orso is dunked. Smokey Bones is up, trying to keep control. Capital and Orso are both there, clearing this one out into their own corner. Down in front of the box, the shot by Flat shot is going to go off the crossbar and also off of Capital and out. Smokey Bones now going off crossbar. Mr. Fellon is up. The pressure from the Fury is finally here, but their touch is just not going into the net. They struggle to get anything going, and it looks like pressure might be finally relieved here as this one goes off the backboard in front of the net. Again, the shot from Smokey Bones still cannot find the net, only the post and the crossbar. What is it going to take to get a goal here for the Fury? They've been in the box for probably 40 solid seconds, not able to score.
It's now going to be Smokey Bones carrying off the left side. Orso's not going to get the touch. It's going to be opportunity there. Alec just has to put it on target. There it is, finally! Fury, put one in! That was the onslaught. How do you like a taste of your own medicine? The Fury will take game 2 off a very elongated attack that I feel had to do with both of the outside wings on the offensive rotation here. Platshot Smokey were doing a really good job going back out, grabbing the defensive boosts in the corner. We had Capital, Orso, and Mr. Fellon on almost no boost that entire offensive series. Fury finally capitalized. This is the taste of what they needed. 4 saves from Platshot and 3 goals. They were the renaissance car of this game for Fury.
Oh, yeah, and it's about time that Fury put something on the board. Getting shut out in game number 1 obviously did not help their cause, did not help their morale. But they come out in game number 2. They get 12 shots on net. They force the X-Men to play defense. And Bax, you said it yourself in the analysis before this game even started. If the Fury can get the X-Men on their heels and force them to play defense longer than they're playing offense, that's going to work in their favor. And we saw it in the last 50 seconds of that match. The Fury had the ball bouncing around the box. They had all of the boost. They did literally everything they needed to do to make it so the X-Men could not get that clear. Finally, they were able to connect on a shot, and Platshot getting the hat trick and the winning goal. By the way, guys, this is the Rocket Soccar Confederation. My name is Tripp, and we've got noobs producing in the background. We've got Bax on the other side of the casting booth. We also have some semifinal action happening on our brother/sister channel, RSC2. That's twitch.tv/RSC_2. Make sure you give that one a follow for all the RSC action you could possibly ever want. We're approaching game number 3 in this elite final. Fury X-Men tied at 1. Bax on the broadcast. Here we go.
Orso Platshot going to be on the diagonal kickoff, and it's going to go in favor of Fellon here with a lot of opportunity and a lot of room. Alec to jump on it. You almost wonder if a fake could have come through there. Smokey Bones just getting a touch, which is good. Got to keep that ball off target. It's going to be up off the backboard, and you got to think the Capital might want to turn on that, but 0 boost is enough to send them away. And now it's Platshot, who did so well in game number 2. Smokey Bones up from defensive rotation. Alec now, who's been awfully quiet amidst this final, finally with an opportunity. Smokey Bones does a good job, and right now, this is exactly what X-Men have been doing to Fury every single game. Come out of the cage and just get ready to go. Alec's already up for it, gets the stuff, and it's coming straight down. Fellon back outside. Smokey Bones off the wall. Alec trying to get a little bit creative, it looks like, up on the offensive side, which is a good thing. You want to see that kind of creativity because it shows confidence, and it shows that maybe they think they can put something together, because now Fury has kept this ball for the first minute just in the defensive zone for Orange. The ball hasn't been able to leave. This is exactly what the doctor ordered if you're a Blue fan.
Oh, absolutely it is. 1 minute down, no goal, but Fury have had quite a bit of pressure. Here goes Capital. He scored every single goal so far for the X-Men. What can he do with this one? Dishes that one towards Alex and get doinked away. There is going to be a shot and a save, but not really any threat as Alec gets a great dunk, jumping right down and back in front of the box. Platshot going to get the save. Smokey Bones with the rebound, and he snipes that one into the lower left-hand corner. We've got 3 minutes, 42 seconds on the clock, and the Fury with the lead again in this series. They are fighting their way back into this one.
Like we said, first few games might not actually tell the right story. You might start off with a lot of action, but that's not where the plot line's gonna go. And Fury are saying, hey, don't write us off. Maybe that first game was a little bit shaky. Maybe we didn't look like the championship team that we wanted to be, but in game number 2, we showed the quality. And in game number 3, we're gonna be showing a lot of offensive pressure, something that they weren't showing in the previous 2 games. So now we finally have this team showing up. Plat's actually gonna be going across, but it's not enough. X-Men say stop and hold it right there. Our offense is still here. It still exists. One shot apiece, but one goal to Orso, their first of this series.
You know, Capital didn't score that goal, but Capital 100% set up that goal. Coming down from the middle of nowhere, the Jeep falls on top of the ball. He's going to get the assist, and we are tied now at 1 apiece.
Back to center. It's going to be up over neutral. Smokey Bones to carry. Unfortunately, no boost to get more than that. Orso down on the side. It's going to be Platshot putting this on target. Oh, the bump. A little bit of the roughhousing on the inside. That's going to be a demo. That's a demo on Orso from Alec leaving goal. So that, I thought that demo went the other way. Alec somehow gets the demo, but the goal still goes over to the Orange Squad.
I mean, demo's broken, anyone? Just throwing that one out there. Also, Killen, I see you in the chat. What's up, man? How is it going? A 2-1 lead here for the X-Men. A very quick answer for that 1-0 lead from the Fury. Now find themselves in control of this game, but still a ton of time left to go. Can the Fury make that action, get that offense tightened up just a little bit as Capital tries to put another goal in? That was going to be saved. Orso is there with the doink and the goal. And what a huge comeback in the last 30 seconds or so of this one. Alec bumps Smokey out of the play. It goes over the top of Platshot. Orso with the doink. That's just a phenomenal play from the X-Men. Very much heads up on the massive mistake on the backboard by the Fury.
And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier with the X-Men. It was the fact that all of them were going to be potent, and you had to be careful. Capital has showed up in spades in the first 2 games, but now Capital, the bottom, actually, of the 3 players. Mr. Felon and Orso are leading the charge with all 3 goals. Capital with 0 goals so far. That's going to be a great pass towards the inside. What a save from Smokey Bones! Certainly playing more of a defensive rotation. They do have their only goal so far. And up on top side, Platshot. Over to the left, in the corner. This is going to be up off the wall. Orso wants to touch that back down to Mr. Felon. It's going to be challenged. And this could be good for Alec, who finally wants to get something going on the board. Back to the center. Capital's got to do well. And actually takes it all the way out to the left side. It's not going to be able to carry this, though. It's stuck in the corner. And right now, Fury putting a lot of pressure on. And Orso finally to clear out. But we are seeing a little bit of double commits. Maybe a little bit of panic here from the X-Men as they can't get out of their zone. They got no boost to work with. Finally, they do get out of there. That's actually going to be a pretty potent shot. Platshot is going to get credit with the save. It's going to be Orso down in again, looking for another one. That certainly would have been the hat trick, the second hat trick for a player on the X-Men so far. But it's not going to get there. 150 left in game number 3, 2-goal lead over to X-Men.
Orso, the shot on target. Smokey Bones with a good save here. Platshot going up on the back wall, not able to make a touch here. Great dunk by Orso right in front. X-Men keeping really good control of this one as Capital's into the box. Cleared away by Alec. He's going to follow this one up, try to get some transition offense going here for the Fury. And Orso, challenge him right away and take that away. Looking for a read here. Smokey Bones is going to get it. Alec charging upfield with no boost, but that's going to be just fine for him. Doinks that one towards Smokey Bones. The shot is on target from Smokey, and the Fury coming out with a Fury. Alec says, I've got no boost. I don't care. I'm still going to get an assist. Platshot ends up stealing the touch away from Alec before Smokey Bones gets the goal. But that's a really heads-up play. Alec showing you don't need boost to make a play. Just stay close to the ball. Give yourself that presence, and it absolutely is justified here with the Fury getting goal number 2 of this game. A minute to go to get themselves back into this one. That one joins off the ceiling down. It's in the net for Mr. Felon. What an unbelievable touch, and just unlucky for the Fury. As I'm just sitting here talking about how great they are and all these wonderful things they do, that touch just happens to go in. Very unfortunate.
It's gonna be tough to save no matter what. Not only that, but we do have to give credit to Smokey Bones on the previous goal. So they do have 2 goals. Actually being in position to act on that. I think that's something that Fury has been struggling with so far in these first 3 games, just being in an offensive position to score some goals. Whereas we do see the X-Men constantly attacking and looking for opportunities. That's actually gonna go by 1, by 2 shot. It's gonna be from their own team, from an X-Man. And it will be Smoky Bones now looking to carry. No, not looking to carry at all. It's going to come down, get that boost steal. Pretty well done there. Orso is 0. Missed touch. And these missed touches could actually plague X-Men if somehow Fury decided to come back on this one. Look at the attack, too. So I think they see 30 seconds on the clock. We got to put something together. Let's move up, get into the offensive zone. All 3 cars. Let's just try to full send it. Let's see if we can get some goals and try to get back in this one. Alex is going to get bumped. That's actually going to be a shot opportunity. Blocked from Platshot. They stay alive, but that clock is ticking, and it's ticking a little too fast if you're down 2.
Yeah, definitely not good with 20 seconds left on the clock. Mr. Felon pushing this one upfield, and the X-Men in control is not what the Fury need to have happening. 10 seconds to go. Got to make something happen immediately if they want to have a chance. I don't think we are going to see it. We are going to see the X-Men take the 2-1 series lead here in the Elite Finals on their way to 4 games. We're going to come into game number 4 with the X-Men up 2-1, but the Fury have definitely shown a number of times they have what it takes. But Bax, we see in this game what we saw in the first game. The Fury don't have the shots. They have a ton of saves, and X-Men were on offense probably about 60% of that game.
And not only that, but it's so crazy to see the script get flipped within the X-Men team, within the lineup itself. Capital on their way for the MVP call, and certainly might still be that. But Mr. Felon and Orso are the ones who step up with 7 shots coming from Mr. Felon, putting on the pressure in that center position, which shows the potency. We also see on the other side, though, Platshot was the big player for Fury in the previous game. Smoky Bones actually takes that mantle. So I think all the players are warming up. The only one we have left to see here is Alec, which is something that does need to be noted considering that they are the highest stat line rostered player for Fury. And so we do need to see Alec probably show up a little bit on the offensive side and try to get some of the shots that are showing up in the spreadsheet. If they start doing that, I imagine this series is going to get just about as hyper competitive as you want. And I think every game will end up being just like game number 2.
Yeah, and we know from past games that Alec has been a big portion of the reason why Fury have gotten to where they have gotten. Also, Bax, you mentioned people on the way to MVP. Once we're done with this game, we will announce the Elite MVPs and the Elite All-Stars, so make sure you stick around for that. There will also be a vote in the chat for the Finals MVP, so make sure you guys are paying attention, getting ready for who you want to vote for on that winning team. We're going to hand it back to Bax as we get underway with game number 4 of Fury and X-Men here in the Elite Finals RSC Season 9.
Smoky Bones been playing a lot of defense so far in this series, but is actually going to be up on the offensive attack early on, getting credited for an early shot, which will be saved by Felon. It's going to be Alec trying to get around one Platshot, just where that ball was going to be going on the challenge. It's going to go out to the right side, look for another one. Smoky Bones on the rotation, looking to keep this inside. Is actually going to let Orso go right by the ball and now control over 1. Alec out to the left side. Smoky Bones is going to actually get this by 1. Alec trying to put it on target, but cannot get the necessary touch. Nobody was back on that rotation for the save, so that very well could have been a 1-goal lead over to Fury, but they're still on the attack here, which is the story. It's the possession time in the offensive zone. Right now, X-Men have been dominating that over the entire series, but we are seeing Fury get a little bit closer, and it will be Orso trying to take it in open field. Not enough boost to make a play. It's Capital now. Name we've been seeing a lot on the offensive side. Back to center. This could be dangerous. A lot of time. Alec just has to throw the hitboxes up because they were a little bit worried. Nothing coming of it. It's still 0-0 actually this long into it, and I think this might be the first game where we've had that happen.
Just about, and we've finally got a game here where it's 0-0 for a little bit, something we haven't seen a whole lot of either. Smoky Bones into the corner or so, kicking this one upfields over the top of Alec, but probably just getting called off by his 2 teammates playing some defense there. Doesn't need to ball chase that one quite so hard. Mr. Felon out of the corner. Smoky Bones is going to take that one away from him. He's a 1-on-1 and a great pinch. That one could be on target. That is in, and what a pinch. Are you kidding me? From the right side of the field, Smoky Bones tries to go underneath Orso. Orso tries to pre-jump. It ends up in a 63-mile-an-hour banger into the middle of the net. The splash comes out in a 1-0 lead for the Fury off that. Really?
We take that. That is for sure. It's a great challenge. Smoky Bones has scored a couple goals so far from distance, so we do have to watch out. Smoky Bones does seem to be play on the defensive rotation a little bit more. Definitely seems to be more of a playmaker, whereas Alec is up in front. We do see Platshot trying to make some plays as well. If Platshot had actually been a little bit closer right there, you may have seen a little bit of a play develop on the offensive side for Fury, but enough has developed already for them. They have the lead with 1 goal. It's going to be 3 minutes here. Touch here from Capital. Back to center. Orso is going to get deflected. Capital to play this one up off the wall. A little bit of a misread. Alec out to the side. Smokey Bones is already up for it. Felon is going to be able to challenge, though, and get a touch. It's Orso now looking to tie up. Equalize underneath. Not quite going to get there. Now out to the left. Alec up over the top. Capital not giving time. And it's starting to look like X-Men right here, returning to old form. They're trying to suffocate, not quite able to do so. Alec gets one touch off the wall here, back to the center. Felon, this is some crazy play here with Orso having an opportunity on the counterattack. The ball finally touches the ground for the first time, it feels like, in about 20 seconds.
Oh, yeah, it's been a hot minute, and Smokey Bones now with no boost is going to have to keep this one on the ground. He's going to go right to Orso, who's going to launch this one off the back wall, looking for a rebound opportunity, and he's going to get it, and there is the answer from Orso RL. He's got 4 shots, but that one finally goes in, and that's going to even things up here at 1 apiece. 2:15 on the clock, and Fury have got to hold on a lot tighter than that.
2:15 is a lot of time for all of us who play the Rocket League game. 3 saves credited over 2 plat shots so far, picking up the defense where Smokey Bones has switched over to a little bit of offensive pressure, it seems. And it will be Mr. Felon trying to carry off to the right side. Smokey Bones is up for it, looking for goal number 2 in this game, unable to do so. Right now the lead is 2-1 here for the X-Men. Orso looking to make it 3. It's going to be underneath. Capital, the star at game 1, potent in game 2. Will not be unable to find a 1 versus 2 goal, but Orso actually has a lot of boost and almost able to take that all the way. You can see they maybe even want to get the flip reset. That's going to be down. Smokey Bones going to have to do well with it. Takes their time, gets it by 1. Capital attacking, and now Alec to carry out right side. 1 attacking here, nobody actually to support, and those are the issues for Fury right now. It looked like a pretty good counterattack opportunity. Nobody able to actually get up there to a wing so they could have a pass. They have to just take the ball and give over possession.
And that's not what you want to see. And what else you don't want to see is that booming shot on target from Capital. Luckily, it is saved by a plat shot there at the last second. Mr. Felon is going to lob that one on target. That was pitched into the corner, still bounced around in front of the net, and Orso is going to put that one home. He's now 2 for 6. He's got both goals in this game. Mr. Felon shot on target. Smokey able to get a touch to keep it out, but it just wasn't quite enough. Orso, a great recovery to get back into the box, send that one home, and give his team the 2-1 lead. X-Men seeking out match point right here. Capital's going to have an opportunity here with 50 boost. He's going to get dunked as he tries to shoot it. 1 minute left to go for the Fury to get themselves back in this one, or for X-Men to extend their lead.
And a little bit of miscommunication so far on the defensive end for Fury, showing maybe a little bit of nerves or maybe just a lack of boost, but they're getting a lot of double commits. They're unfortunately running into each other. Those are going to equal goals for X-Men. They are going to be an offensive enough team. They aren't going to let you get away with any kind of miscommunication on near post, back post if you're rotating to the side, but you do see a lot of contact on the defensive end for these teams. Orso actually had an opportunity on the redirect early side and feels back flip. Alec to try to carry out. The clock is ticking down. 30 seconds here. Plat shot. Tries to get over 1. Will have another contact here. Goes right by the ball. Smokey Bones now. Is there a player in center? Alec turns off the ball. Alec turned off the ball there to go back on the defensive end. Down by 1. Good opportunity. There it is. Alec right side. And persistence pays off. 21 seconds. Tied up game 4.
You know, Platshot just did what he had to do. He made an ugly touch, recovered, made another touch, throws that one high up off the backboard, and Alec jumping right back into that play after bailing out for defense, and does find himself with that second goal. And now we're even up at 2 again. We could be looking at another overtime opportunity, but there's a lot of time for a team to make that hero move and score a goal here before this one ends and we see overtime. 10 seconds and counting for Alec. Floats that one on target, and that looks like it might have been redirected by a player from the X-Men. Let's check out the replay. Alec taking control, gets that one from midfield. Orso is up, and he does in fact hit that one into the net. I think that might have been in anyway, but now Fury with 8 seconds are in the lead, might even this one up at 2 apiece.
It's going to be a direct kickoff. 5 seconds. Heroics for Orso. Potentially, they scored on their own goal here. At the very end, the touchdown, the tied up series 2-2. And the best of 7, and ladies and gentlemen, it's now a best of 3 between the Fury and the X-Men off the Orso attempted save into the corner with less than 10 seconds to go. Alec up on top. Now, despite the fact that the goals weren't the shiniest things we've ever seen, they were goals. Get the ball in the back of the net. That is the job. So Alec is going to get credit with the 439 right over the scoreline of Smokey Bones to take MVP. But the X-Men still showing a lot of potential on the offensive side. 7 shots for Orso is a pretty strong showing, and it does look like we actually are going to see our first substitute. It is going to be a substitute on the X-Men roster.
Now, this is a very interesting move. I saw Twitch chat talking about this quite a bit. Bob, very, very active in the chat. We love to see all the activity for you guys out there. Thank you very much for your continued support of the Rocket Soccer Confederation. Again, my name is Trippin. We've got backs on the other side. We've got noobs in the background. Elite Finals here for season number 9. Immediately following this, we will have the announcements for the All-Star and the MVP awards in the Elite tier. And then after that, we will move on to the Master Finals. As soon as we have information on what those semifinal results are, we'll let you guys know. Well, let's say, oh, just got word in my ear, courtesy of Noobs, going to be Blackout and Assassins are going to be, oh, sorry, Blackout beat Assassins. Oh my God. So, Noobs corrected himself 17 times.
17. I actually was keeping track on my abacus.
Ear, I counted them all on one hand. Trying to get you guys some information. Assassins have taken one of the final spots. We will be seeing them in the very next game. But Bax, we have a very important matchup here to focus on. I thought it might be X-Men all the way after game number 1. We're sitting here in game number 5. They are evened up. Like you said, it's a best of 3 at this point. And Capital looking for a wide open goal opportunity off the kickoff. He's not going to get it. Flatshot's going to kick it away. And that's how we start game number 5. It's in front of the net, and there is Alex. He said he needed to pop off. He opens up the scoring after 13 seconds. A massive transition goal for the Fury. This is something that needs to do a lot more of.
Bob subbing in here onto the X-Men roster. Capital, Mr. Felon, and Bob will be your Game 5 roster against the steady roster here so far of Alec, Platshot, and Smoky Bones. And Alex showing up to add a little bit to the stat line for that offense that they are known for on this Fury team. Out to left here, Platshot is going to go in front here. The touch far to the side. Capital, the redirect, no! Not on target. A good opportunity on the offensive side here for Orange. But Blue is able to stay away from an equalized game and maintain a 1-goal lead. Mr. Velen, Alec carries it up across neutral. It's going to be over the 50. Platshot now, a lot of room. Smoky Bones is back there as well. Shot might be a little bit dangerous. Smoky Bones might have actually wanted to take an opportunity. That's going to be the opportunity up off the backboard. Alec is going to make a play for it. Almost gets contact, but Bob was able to get in touch just before the end of that, was able to see the back of the net. We have 1 minute down, 1-goal lead. Alec continuing the pressure. That might be a redirect from Platshot. That would have been a clever one indeed. Smoky Bones now up off the backboard. The pressure is here. The offensive rotation, but finally, it looks like Bob will be able to take this over to the other side, and we can take a breath of fresh air if you are an X-Men fan.
The breath of fresh air is definitely needed in Bax. It sounds like you needed one yourself as Mr. Felon clears that one towards the side wall. On the attack, an absolute launch towards the backfield. Smoky Bones is going to be there, but Capital is going to rush it. We've seen a number of times. Capital just getting in the face of players on both teams, honestly, taking control. He's going to doink that one into the corner. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left to play here. 1-0 lead. Mr. Felon looks for that pass off the backboard. Smoky Bones is going to turn that one away. It's not an opportunity to get a lot in Elite to clean that pass up. Capital looking again for the reception from Bob. The substitution being made there. It's back in front of the box. X-Men keeping up that offensive pressure. We've seen quite a bit of this from them in the past. We know this is what that team wants to do. Bob trying to slow things down, get a little bit of boost, and just set his team up for a solid possession here. See if they're able to do it. Waiting for Smoky Bones on the back wall. Mr. Felon dropping down in front, dishing that one off the back wall. Still no opportunity as a shot, but honestly, Vax just keeping this possession for as long as they have, as that one drops down in front of the net, is making it a lot more difficult for the Fury to do much of anything. They can't get it clear.
As long as they can keep the ball out of the back of the net, they might actually be okay with that. They are getting better at defending against the attack here of the X-Men. As you can see, X-Men have been on the attack, but no goals. That's going to be a shot that's actually going to be a very dangerous one indeed. Alec trying to go for the redirect off the top side. It's going to be Smoky Bone and Platshot still trying to put something together. The boost isn't there. You would have thought the boost would have spawned by now, and there it is. A little bit too late for Platshot, who will have to rotate out. It's going to be Smoky Bones now. 50 boost. Nobody in center. Mr. Felon to carry back over. The 1-0 lead could give Fury a 3-2 game lead in this best-of-7 series for the championship of the Elite tier here at the end of Season 9 in the RSC Grand Finals. So we do have one more series, best-of-7 right after this. Smoky Bones, it's actually going to be a defensive demo. Less than 2 minutes to go. Fury are holding on to the lead.
Yeah, and that's a big thing to mention here. The winner of this game is going to be on match point going into game number 6, and that is definitely nothing to snuff at. Puts all the pressure on the very next game as that shot from Platshot is a little bit wide. Mr. Felon now with control, trying to get that dribble. He tries to hit his teammate Capital. He's not going to connect on that one. Alec on the back wall gets it over Bob, trying to push this one upfield. Capital with the touch there. Fury still up 1-0 with a minute and a half to go. Alec is up looking for a redirect. Going to get off backwards. Smokey Bones is there. The bounce shot is going to go off crossbar. Alec tries to drop it in. He can't do it. Platshot tries to plow that one through. He's not going to get it either. A great 50 by the crossbar keeps that one out of the net. Smokey Bones looking for a redirect, not going to get it. Alec with the shot. That one's going to be saved in front of the net as well. And the Fury finally, in the last 20 or so seconds, have put on a ridiculous amount of pressure. They're keeping some excellent possessions. They're looking for passes. They're doing all the things they need to do. A pinch shot here from Alec is going to go just a little bit wide. We're under 1 minute to play. Smokey Bones trying to take some control, and finally that's going to be cleared by Bob. It's going to go right to Alec, who's going to push this one off backboard. A bit of a field slip there from Mr. Felon. It's not going to matter, and Platshot is going to get a dunk as that one tries to get cleared, and the Fury's starting to put on their masks and look a bit like X-Men. And Alec is going to get the opportunity. Are you kidding me? Right as I try to hand it off, I thought there's a possession opportunity happening. Alex says, nope, we're done. I'm just going to take this one over the top by myself. I'm going to give my team the 2-0 lead, and Alex showing how he's carried this team all season.
It's a pretty actually disgusting carry indeed, with a little bit of the hesitation fake. Just be able to flip that card just underneath the ball and then save that jump for as long as possible. This could be actually an opportunity to finally get on the board, but the Fury are firing on all cylinders. It's got to go by over to the side once again. It's dangerous for an equalizer. Down in front again. Nothing going through. That's going to be to the left. A hit here does bump Alec into the boost, but a 2-goal lead certainly going to be feeling pretty spicy. It's 10 seconds now. Alec is just feeling themselves off the backboard of their opponent's side as they are looking to get a redirect straight down and burn out the clock. 2 seconds, that will clock down, and it will be Fury taking game number 5, 1 game away from a championship trophy. Not what you would have expected after game number 1.
Oh, no. Game number 1, Fury did not look like the team they look like right now. Alec really starting to get into the rotation. X-Men, oddly enough, let's look at a couple of interesting stats here, Bax. Shutout for the first time this entire series. Less than probably double-digit shots for the first time this entire series. Alec going 2 for 3. This was not a game anything like we've seen in this entire series so far. And Fury are going to get that very important game number 3 win. Now, of course, this is not best of 5. It is best of 7. And it looks like we are going to see a substitution again as Capital being subbed out of the lineup, or so RL being subbed back in. X-Men trying to pull out all the stops. They've got to put in what they think is their best lineup right now. They need to win this game. If they don't, they will be out. That will be the end of it. The Fury will win, and we will start moving on over into the Master Finals. And we do have a real score update. Shout out to my man HUD, who's been doing a bunch of stuff on the B stream, RSC_2. If you want to get more information and find all the fun things that we do in all parts of RSC, ! Discord in the chat, of course. We are going to see the Assassins, who won 3-1 over the Blackout, and the Frosted Wraiths, who won 3-2 over the Andromeda. We've got a 3-2 series ourselves here. The Fury up over the X-Men. They are on match point, a best of 7, trying to find the championship here in the Elite tier. Master coming up right after this one. Bax, let's give the people what they want here in game number 6 of this ridiculous series.
It might just be Fury able to carry momentum all the way to the end. It could be the comeback after showing up so strong from X-Men to win 2 games in a row, but they have made their second substitution in a row, which could cause some problems. It's not going to be a problem early on. Bob puts one in, back of the net, 4-4-4 on the clock in game 6. They're starting off strong, and once again, that miscommunication on the defensive end, you can see a little bit of a rotation issue out in the corner. You're going to get punished for that by the X-Men every single time.
Oh, you absolutely are, Bax. The only problem I see is that X-Men coming up ends scoring a goal right away. Obviously, that lineup change to something that they need just a little bit of a refresher after that shutout. Getting one on the board, maybe 2 here. That one is going to be saved by Alec as it goes off the crossbar, trying to keep this pressure up. Smokey Bones with the clear. They're going to reset a little bit. That's a very quick goal and a very important goal as well for the X-Men. They find themselves with an opportunity to control this game, but there's still a lot of time left. Lots of different things can happen. Orso pushing that one upfield. Flatshot is going to be there off his own backboard. A very difficult opportunity. That one's going off the crossbar as well. Now Alec finds himself in a 1-on-2 situation. Smokey Bones trying to get out in front, go for above. Alec trying to air dribble that one in, and no bump means that that one is not going to be a goal. Our first minute is down, a 1-0 lead for the X-Men, who are down one game in this series as they try to find game number 7.
It's going to be Platt about the corner, bounces off Smokey Bones. Back to center now. Smokey able to get at least contact out. That's going to be a dangerous ball here coming across, or continuing to stay with the ball in a very compromised situation in the offensive end. It's going to be Alec looking to at least get one touch. They do get something, which means it will rotate over to Smokey Bones, flipped over to the side, Platt shot, in goal alone. It's a 2-on-1. The pass was across, but not quite accurate enough. And this could be an opportunity here. Alec puts it on target. It's equalized from distance. This is the honesty that they had to give the X-Men. They had to make them feel like you've got to rotate back. If we catch you, we will score. Alex showing in game 6 that they still want championship point.
Yeah, Fury needed to get back into this one quickly, and they did. So lots of time left on the clock, did that a couple of times here. But getting this one on an even playing field brings you right back. Says, hey, we've got 3 more minutes left in this game. What can we do with that one bouncing in front of the net? A very difficult position. Flatshot with a great clear. Alec coming up field. That one's going to be on target. Smokey Bones hit that one straight up. This could be very dangerous. Mr. Fallon trying to lay that one down. Smokey Bones with a phenomenal challenge. Bit of a double commit here, but that clear from Alex is going to work very, very well. Bob in the back corner trying to push this one upfield. Pretty low on boost. Gets a phenomenal dunk, though, on Flatshot. Just a great heads-up play from him off the back wall for Mr. Fallon. Trying to find an opportunity to pass this one to a teammate. Flatshot getting in the way. Smokey Bones clearing this one out. A bit of a team bump. That one going on from Orso towards back wall. Alec almost own goals that one. And Orso is going to end up with a double tap opportunity on the miscue from the Fury. Flatshot hits that one in front of the box. Alec tries to knock it away. Ends up hitting it right into Orso, who scores the goal. And X-Men now up 2-1 in this game.
And if it holds, it'll be game 7 in this best of 7 series for the championship of the elite tier in RSC season 9. Alec looking to try to make amends after the miscue on the defensive end. 2 miscues, 2 goals for the X-Men. That's going to be Orso with the challenge on the offensive side. So far playing a lot of offense indeed. Bob's going to be rotating out. It's now going to be Flatshot. Carries over to the left side. Alec to turn on it. No, Mr. Fallon was off the wall so fast. Not going to give any room. Smokey Bones has to get a touch here. That was certainly going to be goal number 3. Does well to get the contact. Bob now to try to control and carry from the side. Alec in the corner. Orso now back to the center. Flatshot near post. Little miscommunication, but Alec is out on the hunt. And the outlet. No boost in center. It's going to be Smokey now. Pops 1. Plenty of boost. Over 2. Gets bumped, though. That's not going to be the touch that Orso was looking for. Back to center. Is there going to be a follow? Flatshot did want to get there in time. Fortunately, a little too slow, but not too slow for the bump. And Alec, a little slow off the wall. Not what we haven't really been seeing them do what they normally can do off the wall. We've seen them be a very talented player, and so far not really finding their rhythm, but have been finding a little bit of offense in the most recent games. And maybe enough to get championship point, but right now the lead is in favor of X-Men. They're up by 1. They're looking for game number 7. Nice dodge from Platt. It's going to give opportunity to carry out for the Fury.
Good touch here by Smokey Bones. Push this one upfield. Mr. Fallon taking some control, trying to get in front. That one is on target for Bob. And look at that. The GM of the franchise taking over for IP Joker in the middle of the season, putting one on target, trying to give his own team an opportunity at this championship. Up by 2 goals now in this game, trying to get themselves to force a game number 7. Orso winning that kickoff into the left side corner. Smokey Bones is going to be there over the top. Orso with the catch, knocking this one up. Everybody up here for the Fury. Knocking this one down is Mr. Fallon, putting it on target, looking for a shot opportunity. Smokey Bones going to be there on defense. Bob is going to get that redirect towards the net. Alec touching that one away. Flatshot's going to have to take control here. They need to make up a 2-goal deficit in only 50 seconds. Not going to be an easy task by any means. Feels like the pressure maybe getting to them just a little bit. There's a bit of a team bump, some miscommunication going on for sure. Mr. Fallon high off the back wall. Ursa with an opportunity to shoot that one. Flatshot going to turn that one away as we have 30 seconds left to go. This one off the backboard, down in front, turned away. Bob with control and transition.
Smokey Bones looking to get to that ball before Bob did. Bob actually did a really good job getting that touch. What a shot! Absolute sniper upper 90. Orso says try to save this one. And Bob, that pass is about as creative as it comes. The upside down pinch pass out of the defensive corner for Blue gives a 4-1 lead. And I would feel pretty confident right now that I'd put money on Game 7 being a reality, ladies and gentlemen. Fury and X-Men might be going all the way in the championship game to make it a best of one after so much has come through. Just give Orso another, make it a third, and make it the hat trick. 503 points for them, but 510 for Bob, who has popped off in game number 6, game 708 after this 5-1 routing.
Back, there's 12 seconds left on the clock in this game, but we've got to talk about how insane this series has been. Fury was up 3-2 coming into this game. We knew what they needed to do in order to keep control. We've said it every single game that they have won. It's because they've been able to get the X-Men back on their heels. They forced them to play a whole lot of defense, and that game, they just did not do it. X-Men had complete control. We said coming into this one, X-Men had to put out their best lineup. They had to make it rain, and they did. 13 shots again for the X-Men, 5 of them going in. Alec, the only person on the Fury to score, and that, my friends, is not going to win you a championship by any means. We're going to see game number 7. It's going to be a best of one. We're going to head on over to Champions Field for game number 7 as well. Everything is on the line, Bax. What has to happen here for the Fury to come back from being down in that game?
I think it's a tale of two teams here. Alec Platshot and Smokey Bones clearly, like throughout this series, have shown the offensive potency that's required to go ahead and win games. They've won 3 so far, doing a lot of cleanup, doing a lot of rebounds, putting on a lot of pressure. What we haven't seen, like in that last game or in game number 1, was just about anything from them. If Fury needs to show up, they need to get some confidence, get out on the attacks, get the 50s out across midline. They have to try to put something together that's going to be engaging the offensive rotation, because so far they play on their heels the whole game, and that's exactly what X-Men are trying to do. They're putting so much pressure on. So we just have to wait and see here in game number 7, which team is going to show up for Fury. Smokey Bones, Alec, and Platshot fighting against Bob, Mr. Felon, and Orso. This is for the Elite Tier Finals. It's down to a best of 1 from a best of 7, tied up 3-3, and already some action through. What a save, but it's not enough. The pressure from X-Men is a 1-goal lead with 17 seconds down in game 7.
This is what you gotta do in the finals to win a championship, is come out swinging. The offense from the X-Men has been everything this entire series, and it's on display again. 17 seconds down, 1-0 lead, X-Men on top. Can the Fury answer again, or will it be the offensive onslaught of the X-Men? That one cleared away by Alec. A very big heads-up play. They needed that clear. Booking in transition. Here is Alec going for the ground-to-air dribble. Mr. Felon is going to challenge him early. Take that one away. Smokey Bones, the shot is going to go a bit wide. Orso taking control. Able to beat one. Can he doink it over Alec? Alec is able to hit that one off crossbar. It's still in front of the net, and Bob is going to get goal number 2. Inside of the first minute of this one, we've got 2 goals for the X-Men, and they are ready to just put this game away now.
Yeah, it looked like we actually saw Alec do a little bit of a bait there in the 1-versus-1 defense, and the bait didn't quite work out as much as they wanted it to, and it does result in them getting a save, but a very difficult one at that, instead of challenging a little bit earlier. That being said, hindsight always 20/20. Alec's going to pop this backdoor center, looking to get a goal back on this one. Mr. Felon will get the touch the other direction. Because of the demo, there's not going to be a play from the Fury to get a ball back towards the net. As it stands here, Platshot looking to play out of the corner. Alec up off the wall, beats Mr. Felon, beats 2 actually. Demo the other side. That's a free and open goal there. Smokey Bones, Alec, and Platshot all contribute to a play that is halfway to equalizing in game 7 for the title.
Smokey Bones, the open net. You cannot miss those, and he doesn't. Getting his team right back into this one, keeping the action lively. With Pax, we've got an absolute barn burner here for game number 7.
Going to be carried. Orso ran out of boost. Over to the right side, Platshot. Alec does not quite get there in time, and that's going to leave Smokey Bones in a really difficult position. They did well to get the contact to make sure that they were able to try to put some pressure on. Missed the boost, though, and these are the little rotational issues that could come to haunt them. Alec, though, looking for a lot of control here. Gets it by 1. Platshot looking to carry. Double here from Bob and Mr. Felon out on the side. Boost steal from Bob. out to center. Orso doesn't go for it. Plays defensively, and Smokey Bones hands over possession. Not quite the best touch here from Orso. Needs another one. Underneath for the reset. Gonna go ahead and let that one go away. Smokey Bones looking to carry. Not quite the first touch they were looking for, but that's actually going to be a great opportunity here. Up over one. What is going to be the follow through here? Mr. Felon's up over to the side. Alec back to center. There's the touch. There's the opportunity. Oh no! Oh no! Maybe a missed opportunity indeed. It will be 3 minutes, and it's still a 1-goal lead for X-Men.
And Bob is going to get that save on the back line as well. With Fury still trying to keep this pressure up. Smokey Bones with a snipe. It's off the post and it's in. And the game is tied. It is not over yet by any means. X-Men jumping out to that very early lead, but Fury fighting themselves back in. Perfect placement from Smokey Bones. Nowhere else he could have shot that and gotten the goal, but it's off the post. It's in. Phenomenal positioning from him, and these two teams are fighting it out. They are neck and neck. We've got twos all over the scoreboard, but we've got a 3-3 series. It is a best of 7. That one's going to be saved by Alec. The shot was on target by Bob. We're hitting halftime here, and it is going to be 2 minutes and 30 seconds trying to evaluate this 2-2 tie.
Everything basically tied up right now. 3 games apiece, 2 goals apiece in game 7. We have similar shots, similar saves, similar assists. And of course, the exact same goal count right now. Bob over to Orso. No, not quite going to be able to make the touch happen. Smokey finally gets back in time. Ball back out to center. Mr. Fallon was coming on top of that one. Was going to go up to the top side of the ball to try to get a shot up towards the top post. That's going to be saved from Alec off the backboard. There was actually 2 players on the backboard there, getting a little bit claustrophobic, but they do make it out to the side. Shot going to be up towards the top post. That's not going to be actually played. Alec was playing that from the corner off the wall. A very curious position. Now Smokey to clear it out. Off the right. Bob and Orso, defensive rotation. Out to the right again. Felon not going to turn. Is actually going to go all the way back to that boost. This is going to give Bob an opportunity for a shot. Underneath. Pops it up. Over one. Is there a second player? Yes. Platt. Out to the left. Still a tie game. Both teams fighting for it. Trying to set something up. Pass over. Smokey. Shot. No. Now Platt shot. A lot of real estate. The shot's on. And Mr. Felon gets the save. Both teams firing on defense and offense. Nobody finding pay dirt yet. It's still tied 2-2.
We've seen a lot of phenomenal passing plays coming out. None of them are going in. Every single one being turned away. Teams playing phenomenal defense against these passes. Looking for these things to happen. That touch is going to come towards the target, but is going to be knocked away. Orso looking for a touch here. Able to bite one in. Smokey Bones going to get that one. Alex got to win this touch. He can't do it. Mr. Fallon is there. Flash shot underneath. Going to roll this one onto the corner. 1 minute left to go in this game. And number 7, the winner, the champion, the loser is going to get, unfortunately, just a second place finish. That one is in front of the net from Alec. Going to be turned away by Mr. Fallon. He's up in the corner. He gets a phenomenal pinch. That one dropping back down for Platt shot. It's going to go a bit wide. Bob is going to be here looking for an opportunity to get this one in front of the net. He does. That one's going to be turned away towards the far side. Mr. Fallon back on defense with lots of boost. Grabs his own corner as well. Keeping this one moving upfield, but Alec is going to catch. We've seen opportunities from him before. Able to beat 1, able to beat 2, and Orso on the back line, the last man there. The only person standing between Alec and a potential game-winning goal, and he turns him away. A great 50 at midfield, and we've got 20 seconds left in this matchup.
Bob right by. Not going to be able to get contact. Bob does get a demo. Bob with 2 demos in the last minute, trying to make something happen to mess up the rotation. Paulette shot, trying to follow. Alec, shots on! The Fury have put themselves in the lead with 7 seconds to go. Platt shot the carry. Nobody back. Alec, the final touch to seal it in. The Fury are looking at a championship opportunity. James Bond on the clock. It's a cross spawn for the final 7 seconds of this best of 7 series. Felon doesn't get the boost. Looking to send this one out. Gets it out to Bob or Orso. No, shot's got a touchdown. The Fury, elite tier champion.